Hello everybody, a very warm welcome to Marseille. It's a big night for these two teams in the middle of the table. It's a clash that will define maybe their second half of the season. It's match day 6 of the Westie TV Champions League, and well, Manchester City, after match day 5 they sat in 4th, Marseille sat in 6th. It's a big night. Marseille's big boys host the citizens who come from afar. Let's get underway then. Marseille keep Francois Collou as the captain. No changes for them after last match day against the Azzy Lions. Eric Revier in goal. Medina, Corto, Pavard and Murillo at the back four. Højbjerg and Vermeeren in the midfield with Mievski, Guri, Ware and Francois Collou starts up front for Marseille. Well then, it's another home night for Marseille, and they'll be looking to try and jump City in the table and also Manchester United and also get closer to Liverpool at the same time. We're now top of the table. Manchester City though, they've picked up form in the past couple of matches. City on 8 points and 4 behind leaders Liverpool. Pep Guardiola then, Bernardo Silva picked as the captain tonight. A few changes for City. Donnarumma starts in goal. O'Reilly, Ake, Diaz and Nunez the back four. Reinders, Rodri and Silva with Marmoush, Haaland and Oscar Bob up front. I think that's really been the story of the season, is Marmoush, Haaland and Oscar Bob up front for City, but no Phil Foden, he's on the bench tonight. We've not seen City's black kit yet in this competition, so this is it. The Champions League continues on match day 6 for Marseille and City. There is excitement for both sides. There's chances and possibilities to maybe climb higher at the table this evening. And well, there it is after tonight. 5 matches left before the end of the league stage. And maybe something new. Porto. Mievski playing it in. Looking for Francois Collou, trying to get there, and Donnarumma beats the Frenchman to it first. Reinders, wide to Oscar Bob. Reinders wide, and brilliant pass into Oscar Bob now. Bob here for City. Revier saves. Haaland gets there. Revier can't keep it out. And Erling Haaland scores for Manchester City again. And Revier couldn't quite keep it out. It's on target to Haaland's goal, but oh, Eric Revier, that is so unfortunate. You really got to that. And Antoine Corto arrived on the scene just a little bit too late. Pep loves it. There's a chance that tonight City could also jump Bayern at the top as well. Remember, Bayern held 4 against Paris Saint-Germain last night, so anything could really happen, really. We still have Manchester United to play, but the top 4, the top 6 now is a lot closer. But Marseille now behind, and Manchester City really putting on the pressure now on the top 4. Here's Collou, Timothy Weah, Vermeeren back to Corto. Benjamin Pavard. Murillo onto Timothy Weah. Here he is again, knocking it home, and Ruben Dias clears away. Marmoush falls for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Guiri. Nunez. Guiri beats him. Guiri going all the way, and Donnarumma with a perfect stop to deny Amine Guiri. Now Hubamievski will whip in a corner for Marseille. Mievski whips it in, looking for... Oh, Pavard wide of the post. Wasn't to be. Yeah, he heads it down, but it's not going to be covered. Even if he gets it on target, it's covered by Donnarumma and Rodri. Nico O'Reilly. Scored twice in the EFL Cup final to send City to another brilliant League Cup victory. And one against Arsenal, big rivals too in their title race. Marmoush trying to get inside now, and oh, onto the near post and over Marmoush. Wasn't quite there. Mrevia, I think, had it anyways, but well, then Marseille on the back foot still after half an hour. City in control. Weah. Right to Murillo. Guiri. Timothy Weah. O'Reilly. Gets in the way. Guiri. Vermeeren. Højbjerg. Here's Francois Colu. Højbjerg in there again. Bernardo Silva can't quite get there. Oscar Bob. City trying to turn defence into attack. Medina gets there first. Nunez. Bernardo Silva on the edge. Bob. Corner Manchester City. The pressure's really on with this Marseille side. Reinders whipped in, and Revier gets there first. Medina. Hubamievski. Here's Højbjerg. After Vermeeren. Medina. Corto. Here's Colu, can't get there. Marseille struggling a little bit. I think they've had that chance of Amine Guiri, but it's just not been... It's all been City so far in this first half. Oscar Bob. Last chance maybe for City at the half. Here's Nunez. Bob. Here's Marmoush, not quite there. Murillo gets in the way. Bernardo Silva picks it up. Played forward, and Guiri with the last touch. And the last action of this first half in Marseille. Well, Manchester City lead the way through Erling Haaland. An unlucky moment for Eric Revier at the back, who had to palm it into his own net. But Marseille at half-time 0. Manchester City 1. Here we are then, second half underway from Manchester City, and, well, playing it out and away. This is becoming a lot more commonplace in the game, isn't it? Hitting it forward as far as he can, off to the left-hand side, to try and force your opposition into a throw-in. It's a bit cheap, to be honest, but you've got to win the ball back, of course, afterwards, and one misplaced pass from the back and putting them under pressure is going to be a huge issue for Marseille now. Pavard. Weah. Murillo. Played forward into Amine Guiri. Colu. Played back, and Marmoush. And one City, I think it's Nathan Ake's gone down. City playing on as normal. Why wouldn't you? You're on attack here now. Here's Oscar Bob. Haaland trying to stab on past Mrevier. It's not quite there. Not quite there. Nico O'Reilly. Marmoush back to Reinders. Højbjerg. Murillo. Vermeeren. Korto into Højbjerg. Majewski. Here's Francois Colou on. Oh, I thought he was onside. That's not. Well, that's unfortunate. And Marseille make a substitution. City then, well, Nathan Ake, you can see he's struggling just a little bit. I think it's his arm. But Ake, that's not going to be good. Timothy Weir came off, and now, down the left-hand side is Marmoush. Haaland's in for City. Hits the puck. Oh, brilliant finish from Erling Haaland. I didn't expect that to go in. But Erling Haaland has a brilliant double. Super finish, Erling Haaland. What a brilliant goal. It's across the edge of the... Oh. Oh. What a finish. Wow, wow, wow. Well, Eric Mrevier didn't have much to do. Couldn't do much about that. And well, Marseille, of course, were the last unbeaten side before Bayern fell last night, and City are really taking it to them. And this would be the last unbeaten team to go undefeated. Or to lose their undefeated status in this competition. It's really been close, this competition this year. It's been magical at points. Here's Hubert Majewski. Small slowdown. Guiri. Mateus Nunez forward to Ruben Diaz. Bernardo Silva played on, and Oscar Bob's on the run. Here's Bob for City. Here's Marmoush wide of the post. And well, Traoré coming on for Murillo, and Phil Foden comes on for Manchester City. Star still looking to try and get into Thomas Tuchel's England squad. Played in the friendly against Uruguay. He's a bit of a rough challenge from, I think it was Ronald Araujo. And also Manuel Agate there too. Here's Traoré. Looked across the box and not even into the box. Well, Josko Vardiol comes on now, and Nico O'Reilly's going to come off. O'Reilly scored against Manchester United earlier on this season. But City have done an excellent job. They've rotated and still getting the result by any means. Rodri. Nathan Ake to Omar Marmoush. Tijani Reinders. Bernardo Silva. Play it through for Phil Foden, but cut out by the Marseille defence. Guiri. Hubert Majewski. Højbjerg. Forward by Marseille now. Consolation goal would be nice for maybe for the club, but we'll see. It's going to be a difficult result to take. Guiri! Oh, it's the post! What a curl that was. Cracking effort for Guiri. Here's Traoré. Vermeeren looked into the box, looking for Guiri over the bar. And City, well, unfortunate. Savinho comes on for Haaland. I believe also another player coming on. I think it's Matt O'Reilly for Marseille. This will be the last action then. Well, City have been superb tonight, and they've got the win too. A 2-0 win, 2 goals from Erling Haaland, sends City into the title race in this league stage. And the Westie TV Champions League continues on and rumbles on to 5 more match days before this summer's World Cup. And well, Erling Haaland with 2 more to his tally. But at the end of the day, Marseille 0, City 2, full time here in Marseille.